Welcome to this CEO interview with IG Group. London-listed nickel mine development company Amur Minerals, with assets in the far east of Russia, has announced that it's signed a letter of intent with IG Copper, a Eurasian minerals company, and nothing to do with IG Group. Amur says the opening dialogue is to investigate potential synergies in processing nickel sulphides. Robin Young is CEO of Amur, and he is with us now to explain a little bit more about this. Just highlight what this letter of intent is.
I'd be happy to, and thank you for your time, Jeremy. This letter of intent is now a further step that's really related to the expansion and the modernization and development of the Russian Far East. We've been working with them for an extended period of time now. The Malmush deposit, which is owned by IG Copper, also will generate a copper concentrate, and this concentrate is potentially smeltable by our furnace that we're looking at building along the BAM Railroad. So we will continue to look forward to seeing if there are synergies where we can treat their concentrate, possibly on a toll basis or a partnership basis. These all have to be investigated. There's a lot of work on both sides that will progress over time.
Distill this down into just what it means then for investors.
What this means is we can take a look at creating what we anticipate to be a smelting division, as well as a mining company itself. By expanding this, then we can take on other companies' concentrates and further produce additional copper from say the other deposits, the major deposits within the region, one of which is the Bystrzyca deposit, also owned by Norilsk Nickel. We have not had any discussions with them, but going forward we'll be talking to other companies that can also provide concentrate, creating a major hub inside the Russian Far East in Amur Oblast.
One of the things we've spoken about before when you've been in here is the definitive feasibility study, which is ongoing, of course. Is this potential agreement with IG Copper, has it got anything to do with the DFS? Are there certain things that had to be completed in the DFS before this relationship progresses as far as they're concerned?
No, we're treating them as two very distinct topics. As the DFS moves forward, we still anticipate that we will stand on our own 2 feet. We will build our own flash furnace and produce our own final product. This is an add-on that could possibly enhance and create additional value for the shareholders. On this basis, then, we are still continuing full-time on our definitive feasibility study, and that's, again, on a standalone basis, and we anticipate this to continue on schedule for completion in the end of 2017.
Okay, and so far as you're concerned, the DFS is all fine. You mentioned the date there for the completion of that. Any updates for investors on that side of the business?
Recently, what we have done is we've released a lot of our drill results. We have completed the compilation of the August drill program. I will be releasing an RNS over the next couple days, presenting a summary of that. We're very encouraged about it. We do know from previously announced results that we will have an expansion on the resources, which will expand the reserves, and hence that will follow through into the study itself. So right now we are looking at possible additional work that would go to the mining consultancy. We did just recently complete a site visit where we went with the mining consultants to the site to take a look and see what their ideas and concepts are and how closely they match with what we anticipate for our mining and our underground scenarios, as well as the metallurgical work that's presently in progress.
What about the drill program? How much more have you got to do of that? How much is it going to cost, and what should you get out of it?
Basically, the drill program is fully funded at this point. All the supplies and materials really are paid for in the first quarter of the year. At this point in time now, we're in the stage of drilling the last month. We anticipate getting through September. Targeted drill depths for the year are about 18 to 19,000 meters, 4,000 meters more than we'd originally planned. We got an early start. We've had a lot of benefit to it. We've obtained all our drill objectives to this point, and soon we're looking at actually step-out drilling to expand the deposit from its eastern end towards the Gorny deposit and towards Vodorovshdali. So we're quite pleased with what we're seeing.
And we've spoken before about the location of this project and the fact that it is subject to the weather. And I mean, we're going to go into the winter period, of course, where things pretty much close down, don't they?
Yes, I was just there last week. You can see snow already dusting the tops of the mountains. The fog and the typical winter weather program is beginning to set in already. So we will be able to complete all of our objectives on site and begin mobilization of personnel off. And with the site visit last week, it was a good opportunity to actually stand at the one end of the molybdenum deposit and look back over 2.5 kilometers and see the other end of it. And where I was standing at that point in time, we still have drill target behind us. So we're pretty pleased with what's going on, and we're going to exceed our planned drill budget substantially. And we anticipate more positive news to come flowing out of the drilling that's going on right now.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to that. Just want to quickly return to the letter of intent with IG Copper. What should we now be watching out for there to make sure that that relationship is beginning to develop and take itself forward for benefit for the company?
As part of our definitive feasibility study, will be fed into the LOI work. And that's really the metallurgical work on our part, what we are required to do to build the smelter that meets our purposes. That will then be, our results from that will be compared to the results that IG Copper will be developing on their metallurgical work to see if it's a blendable product, or if it's not blendable, how we could treat it in a campaign basis. So we have a lot of work to do, but over time what we'll see is as this information comes out from us on the DFS, you'll be able to tie it back, we'll be tying it back into the LOI.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to hearing more as and when it happens. But Robin, in the meantime, thanks indeed there for joining us. Robin Young, Chief Executive of Amur Minerals, with that most recent development with a letter of intent with IG Copper.